Hey, good evening. Good evening, beautiful people. Talking to all of my beautiful black people out there in this world, man. All of my beautiful African American brothers and sisters. All of my beautiful black brothers and sisters all over the Caribbean. All of my morenos, Boricuas, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Nicaragua, Panama. You know, y'all, we spread out everywhere, ain't it, man? We spread out everywhere. So check this out real quick. I'm reading this book called "The Destruction of Black Civilization." If you haven't watched my previous video, that was the first one where I kind of let the cat out the bag a little bit, right? And so at the beginning of the book, I'm still reading the book. I'm in the process of reading this wonderful book, very enlightening book. So I'm not going to read it to you, but just a couple of things. At the beginning of the book, the author, the elder statesman, the elder who has gone on since to be with the ancestors, Chancellor Williams. And at the beginning of the book, he talks about like when he was like in the fifth grade and growing up in South Carolina, he had all of these questions. He had all of these questions in his mind. And see, I connected with him anyway because my people from South Carolina. My mom's side is from South Carolina. My dad's side is from Georgia, right? Okay, so I connected with that. And I also connected with his curiosity because he said he sat in class and he always just wondered, why is it? He would ask his teachers or even go to church and ask the preachers and ask adults, why is it that white people seem to have everything and that black people have nothing, right? When I was a little boy, I used to ask that question. I used to wonder why. And so the answer that came back to him at that time was slavery. And he said, well, how did that happen? Like how did that happen? How did black people become slaves for other races, for other people? How did this happen? And he began to embark on his journey of discovering that answer, right? So we're not going to try to cram all of that into all of his discoveries and what he wrote into one little video. But one thing I do want to say is that as he embarked on his journey and he began to study specifically, not what Europeans did, not what Asians did, but he began to study specifically the contributions of Africans in the building of the first civilizations on this planet. And he discovered that not only was black people the leading people on this planet, but black people were the architects of astronomy, science, the first builders of stone, writing, and all of these different things. How did this happen? How did this happen? How and why do we find ourselves in this time, in this day and age, in this situation? And so I'm going to end this video by saying that it's all hidden in our history. It's all hidden in our history. And best believe that those who mean us no good understands our history 100,000 times better than you and I. And they can see what our tendencies were and what our tendencies still are. Because as I'm reading this book, lights are just going off in my mind as to, man, that is still happening today. that is still happening right now. Right now. So to all of my brothers and sisters out there, I want to let you know that I love you. Hey, dude, that's up there in quad 3, up on the second level. You might be reading the book, or you might be up there praying, doing a little time right now. You have to sit down. You have to sit down right now. You know, I love you, man. I'm trying to tell you, I love you, brother. I love you too, sister. You know what I mean? So I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know, man, that you're great. There's greatness inside of you. There's greatness is there. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. It's in our DNA. But you got to start to check it out. You got to start to go in and start to read and understand exactly who you are. You are somebody. I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, I just wanted to share that little bit with you. And I'm gonna come back. I'm coming back. We're gonna just keep reading and keep growing and keep learning. And what little bit I learned, I'm so much willing to share, and hopefully it will encourage you, no matter where you are. If you speak Espanol, yeah, English, Patois, to all of my Jamaican brothers and sisters, Barbados, all of y'all know, you already know, right? You already know. Miami, stand up. You know how we do. You know, one time for the crib. Anyway, I love y'all. I love you. But you got to love yourself. You have to love yourself, black man. Got to love yourself. Can't love nothing else if you don't love yourself. Can't love nobody else. You don't even know what love is like if you don't love yourself. You got to first love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. It'll go out from there. Everything else will take care of yourself. All right? Anyway, man, peace in the hood. I love you. God bless you. And if I intrigued your curiosity, I hope you'll return to my channel. All right, because we're gonna keep this train moving. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, peace in the hood.